The amazing, man. Y'all know what went down tonight. Ha, 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 ha. Put the belt on his ass. Stop playing with me.
Excuse my language. That's how I feel. You're soft. You do not take your L's. You a person that been given everything all your life, a daddy's boy, making sure you've been straight all your life, and now you took your first loss. I feel like you don't really not take.
The boxing scene erupted in chaos when Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis unleashed a fiery clash on Instagram Live that completely shocked fans. What began as casual online back and forth between these top-tier athletes rapidly spiraled into a ruthless verbal showdown, with each fighter hurling scathing personal attacks at the other, all while a massive audience tuned in live to witness every brutal exchange.
That's Keyshawn Davis calling out, who's he calling out? Devin Haney. What before? Is he looking out? Is he looking past Jermaine Ortiz right now?
Yeah, and I think that's a big mistake. I don't think he should do that.
Insiders familiar with both athletes say the friction between Haney and Davis had been simmering for months, driven by career rivalry, personal grudges, and Davis's strong connection with Shakur Stevenson, who himself has had clashes with Haney. The Instagram Live exchange hit a critical peak when Davis allegedly taunted Haney, claiming, "I'd take you down effortlessly. You have nothing, no strength, no defense, zero."
But for years, we have seen the bickering between Keyshawn Davis brothers, and Devin the Dream Haney. I believe in the 147-pound division that a Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney will be just as interesting, just as...
What intensifies the drama even further is that, by the conclusion of the fiery confrontation, both Haney and Davis reportedly consented to resolve their conflict in the ring, setting the stage for one of 2020's most anticipated bouts. Before diving into the jaw-dropping exchanges that unfolded during that intense Instagram Live session, it's important to examine the backstory and lingering animosity that brought these two skilled fighters to this explosive showdown.
And as long as that respect level is there, as long as that is worth my time moving up to fight Devin Haney, I'm going to fight him. If it's not worth my time, Keyshawn is going to make the right business decision so I can get in that position again so they will respect my name. You know what I'm saying? There's another champion out there. His name is Lewis Crocker.
Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis have exchanged indirect digs at one another for years, but tensions escalated sharply following Haney's disputed no-contest bout with Ryan Garcia that stunned the boxing community. Davis emerged as one of Haney's harshest critics, openly condemning him for taking legal action against Garcia and labeling him as weak, repeatedly questioning his resilience both in the ring and beyond in several interviews.
It changed how he talked. It changed everything. So us seeing Devin Haney doing all of this with a person that had 0.1 estrogen, and we all seen that Ryan Garcia was still in there getting tired. It's like, bro, I'm sorry, there's no other word to put this. You're a bitch.
Davis openly told the press that Haney relied entirely on his father, Bill Haney, to manage every part of his career, labeling him a daddy's boy who's been handed favorable matchups throughout his journey. Those remarks clearly hit Haney hard, especially given he's faced similar jabs from fighters like Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and Ryan Garcia across his championship tenure in multiple divisions. The rivalry intensified further when Davis made headlines claiming he could defeat Haney effortlessly, arguing that Haney lacks both the power and defensive ability to handle his speed, skill, and athleticism.
His father in my DMs keeps screenshotting stuff that we saying. I don't know what he's screenshotting it for, but Devin Haney definitely on my hit list, and we making that happen 2020.
A viral clip captured Davis boldly claiming, "I feel like facing Devin Haney would be an easy fight for me, really easy, and I know I could stop him without any issues." Many fans saw this as disrespectful and premature, given Davis hasn't yet reached even a fraction of Haney's accomplishments across multiple weight divisions. Haney fired back on social media, posting, "He couldn't stop Miguel Madua, his last opponent, so how would he stop me? Just someone using my name for attention." This public rebuttal only intensified the rivalry, laying the groundwork for the shocking Instagram Live showdown that would rock the boxing world just weeks later. The Instagram Live reportedly started as a simple response to fan requests, giving both fighters a chance to confront their ongoing feud directly. Observers of the stream described an immediate sense of tension, with Haney and Davis appearing fully prepared to attack each other verbally, showing no restraint while thousands tuned in to watch every moment unfold.
Bill was in my DMs. We already was talking about it, honestly, before he even hit the media. So I know it's going to happen in 2026.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
If it make money, it makes sense.
Right. So obviously I want to get your take on your brother. Shakur, dominant performance.
Someone who recorded parts of the exchange later said, "You could feel the animosity through the screen. These guys genuinely dislike each other. It wasn't staged for entertainment." The discussion quickly turned aggressive when Davis brought up Haney's disputed bout with Ryan Garcia, challenging whether Haney's skills were legitimate or if Garcia had an unfair edge from performance enhancements. Davis reportedly pushed further, saying something along the lines of, "You lost to Ryan, then ran to court like a little coward," criticizing Haney for not accepting the loss like a professional fighter.
But like, I'm ready already. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really was, bro, because I've been training for a very long time, bro, just thinking about, damn, man, how I'm going to get back and what I'm going to do, and I got to be ready before they even tell me. Like, I got to be ready, like, fight ready. And I've been fight ready.
The jab at Haney's pride and toughness immediately provoked a sharp reaction, with witnesses noting anger flashing in his eyes and venom in his voice as he fired back. Haney reportedly said, "You're talking all this trash, but you missed weight by more than 4 pounds and lost your belt. Who's really BTG here? You can't even hit weight correctly." His comment referenced Davis being stripped of the WBO lightweight title in June after coming in 4.3 pounds over for his fight against Edwin de los Santos, clearly intended to publicly embarrass him.
7 people with belts, or are you trying to make the best possible fight?
I feel like the ones with the belts at 147 are the best possible fights. You got Rolly Ramirez, he's a name with a belt. You got Devin Haney, he's a name with a belt. Mario Barrios about to fight Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And you got Louis Crockett that fought for the vacant. So in my opinion, I feel like he's the only one that's kind of like, you know, in the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to move up to take that belt.
So, Keyshawn.
That week had already been a disaster for Davis, marked not only by his fight cancellation but also a backstage confrontation with Na Albright, making it one of the lowest points in his early career. Still, he didn't back down when Haney countered, instead doubling down on his claim that he could dismantle Devin if they ever met in the ring for real stakes. Viewers of the Instagram Live reported that Davis grew increasingly animated, standing and gesturing wildly while explaining exactly how he would defeat Haney. One spectator reportedly commented, "Keshan is going crazy right now, talking about knocking Devin out and humiliating him for everyone to see." Davis allegedly went into specific detail about Haney's defensive flaws, saying things like, "Your defense isn't that good. I've got better defense and power you've never had in your career." The insults escalated from both sides, with neither willing to concede or show weakness in front of the growing audience. As the tension mounted, Haney fired back at Davis's record and competition level, highlighting that he's been protected by top rank and hasn't faced fighters near Haney's caliber. Sources reported Haney saying, "You fought nobodies your whole career while I became undisputed champion, defeating real opponents and making history at multiple weights." The verbal battle continued for several minutes, with attacks getting increasingly personal, targeting each other's skills, accomplishments, and character. The turning point came when Davis directly challenged Haney, reportedly saying, "Let's settle this in the ring, stop all this talking, and fight for real if you've got the balls." Most expected Haney to brush it off, citing timing, money, or other obligations, but to everyone's shock, he accepted immediately, "Keshan, let's do it. You want the fight. You got it. Let's make it happen." This instant agreement stunned viewers, as most Instagram Live beefs end with bluster but no commitment. A boxing journalist monitoring the stream tweeted immediately, noting that both fighters had publicly agreed and that the fight could now become real. Social media exploded with debates about the matchup and potential outcome. Many Haney fans argued Davis was overreaching, pointing out that Haney, a former undisputed champion, has faced far tougher opponents. One tweeted, "Keshan is making a huge mistake. Haney will school him for 12 rounds and expose him as a hype job." Meanwhile, Davis supporters countered that he represents the new generation with superior athleticism, power, and boxing IQ capable of handling Haney. A Davis fan posted, "Keshan is going to shock the world and stop Haney. He has speed, power, and skills Devin has never faced." This divide reflects genuine uncertainty, as both fighters possess elite defensive skills and high boxing IQ, suggesting a tactical chess match in the ring. Analyst Teddy Atlas commented on his podcast, It's intriguing, Haney's experience versus Davis's youth and hunger. The real question is whether Keshan is ready for this level. That readiness is central to the debate, given Davis has only 14 professional fights compared to Haney's 32 against elite competition. Stylistically, it presents challenges: Haney's defensive mastery and ring control against Davis's explosive offense and athleticism. Davis showcased his potential in his super lightweight debut at Madison Square Garden on January 31st, stopping the durable Jermaine Ortiz with just 15 seconds left in the final round.
Stylistically.
Like I say, I'm gonna go with Keyshawn, but like I say, when I watch Devin spar and I see him the way he handled himself, he's a seasoned pro in there. So, it's a great fight. I want to see the fight, but I'll favor Keyshawn.
That fight highlighted Davis's patience, finishing power, and ability to perform under pressure, giving his fans hope that he can compete with top-tier opponents like Devin Haney in the welterweight division. Critics, however, note that while Jermaine Ortiz is a capable and experienced fighter, he doesn't come close to matching Haney's level in skill, achievements, or championship experience at the elite level. The exact weight class for a potential matchup remains uncertain, as Haney currently holds the WBO welterweight title at 147 pounds following his dominant victory over Brian Norman Jr. in November. Davis, on the other hand, has suggested he may bypass super lightweight entirely and jump straight to welterweight, aiming for bigger opportunities and the chance to challenge established champions like Haney.
Keyshawn is going to be able to run through like he did Ortiz, a smaller guy who seemed like he didn't want to be in there.
I ain't gonna lie, as much as I don't like Devin, I did not expect Devin to do that to Norm. So, and Norm was catching him too, and didn't even buckle Devin, so I don't know.
And Keyshawn's performance was...
Insiders connected to both camps say initial talks about the fight have already started privately, with promoters and advisors evaluating whether the timing and financial terms are feasible for all parties. One source familiar with these early discussions reportedly shared.
That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight, because Devin is a hell of a boxer. We just seen what he just did to Brian Norman. I mean, and how many people thought that he would put Brian Norman down? True. Nobody probably thought that Devin Haney would.
Both camps are reportedly serious about making this fight a reality. The Instagram Live showdown wasn't just for show. They genuinely want to settle their feud in the ring. Financial negotiations could be tricky, as Haney, the established WBO welterweight champion, would likely demand a significantly larger share of the purse, which Davis might not accept easily. With both fighters promoted by Top Rank, the negotiation could be smoother than dealing with multiple promotional companies. But some insiders question whether Top Rank is willing to risk Davis so early in his career against someone of Haney's experience. One anonymous promotional source reportedly said, Top Rank has invested heavily in Keshan. Do they really want to throw him at Haney before he's ready and jeopardize everything they've built? Fans critical of this approach argue that the best fighters should face each other regardless of promotional strategy or long-term planning. Haney himself recently suggested that Davis talks a big game but may hesitate once it's time to sign the official contracts. Timing remains uncertain. Some reports hint at a possible summer 2026 fight if terms are agreed, while others suggest 2027 at the earliest, allowing Davis more time to develop against quality opponents. Regardless, the Instagram Live incident has ensured massive interest whenever the fight is officially announced. The personal animosity between them is real, guaranteeing a promotional build-up full of genuine tension, trash talk, and bad blood that can't be faked. For Haney, the bout is a chance to prove that experience and championship pedigree outweigh youth and raw potential. For Davis, a victory would be a career-defining moment, cementing him as a rising star and validating all his bold claims about his abilities. The stakes are immense for both fighters, making this one of the most compelling potential matchups in the welterweight division, no matter when it happens. That's all for now. Subscribe to our channel for the latest updates, highlights, and news from the boxing world, and turn on notifications to stay in the loop. Until next time, peace.